We learned that we can use Midjourney in two ways. We can either use it in this public channel, so in this newbies channel, for example, which has the big disadvantage that it's a bit less organized and that everybody can see our prompts and images. Alternatively, we can go to our direct messages and add our prompts and images in here. With that, nobody else can see our information, so to say. This is not entirely true though, because inside Discord, indeed, nobody can see what we are creating in here. But actually, all your images and therefore also all your prompts are publicly available outside of Discord. Because remember, Discord is only the interface we use to provide our prompts, but the actual Midjourney page is a lot bigger. And this is where this public mode button here comes into play. Depending on your plan, you can switch from public to private mode. I, in my case, have the standard plan, so if I try to switch here, I get the information that my current membership plan doesn't include this private mode, so we have to switch to a more expensive plan to have access to this private mode. I won't do that here because instead I want to show you where your prompts and images can be seen by other people. And for this, we can go to one of our upscaled images up here, for example, and now select this web option. With that, we can visit the Midjourney website. And in here now, we can simply go to sign in. So we first joined the beta to be able to use Midjourney with our Discord account. Now we sign in to access our account's information from the Midjourney server. So with authorize, we are now redirected to that specific image. And there we can also find our prompt down here, for example. But if we go to our homepage, you can find all our grids and upscales. By default, upscales are selected. You can also switch to your grids and also see all your grids and upscales that you created in Discord. Well, nothing too bad about that. That's just my profile. But in the Explore area here, you can find the so-called community feed. And in this feed, you can find lots and lots of images. Now, the funny thing is that, as the name indicates, this community feed contains real images created by the community, not by the Midjourney team. And this is what this public mode is all about. Whenever you use a prompt and create an image, no matter if it's a direct message or a public channel, the prompt and the image will be available in the community feed. If you have the option to activate the private mode, this is not the case, but all your other images will be displayed and can be found here in the community feed. With other images and prompts being publicly available, we also have a huge advantage though, because we can now simply access this Explore page here and now either scroll through the images or search for specific prompts, for example, forest, landscape here. If we search for these prompts, for these keywords, then we get images that contain these two keywords and more, obviously. So with that, we get a great selection of already existing images we can choose from. More importantly though, if we delete this again and select Explore, then we can also get prompt ideas based on the existing images. For example, this mouse over here. If we like the general look, but instead of a mouse, we might want to have a dog in such a style and such an environment. Then we can simply access the options again, go to copy, and there copy the entire prompt. With that, we can go back to our Midjourney bot, type the imagine command, and now paste this prompt. This also gives you a great idea of how to write prompts in Midjourney. The prompts should not be this spoken style that we have in ChatGPT. The prompt should be short and concise and contain as many keywords as possible to describe the image that we intend to create. Let's see if this prompt helps us to derive an image that is similar to the one that we saw on the community page. Instead, I want to have a dog though. And then we'll see where this leads us to. Whilst this is processing though, I want to go back to this community feed page and show you more ways to write the prompts as efficient as possible. Because in addition to the hot category, you also have this rising category and also the latest images that were created. Top here contains the best images that were created using Midjourney. And of course, these images can be a great inspiration for you, for your prompt and for the images that you want to create. As you see, these images look almost photorealistic, so these are actually some pretty incredible examples. And you can go to every image and find the entire prompt and use it for your own projects. That's pretty cool actually. And in the meanwhile, our prompt is also finished. And no big surprise, it doesn't look the same way the example we had did. If you remember, this was our example image with the little mouse here. But if you look at the output we got, then we have different images. We have a dog in there as we wanted. But the overall look and the style of the image is quite similar to the one that we saw before. And that's actually a pretty great thing. Because with this, you can get the inspiration from the community page regarding the overall looks and the style of the image that you want to produce. And then you can apply this for your own purposes. For example, if we give it one last try here in our top upscales, like this maybe, if we copy this, take the prompt, and now imagine this, and paste it. Here we also see some nice phrasing, so to say. So this award-winning concept art, hyperrealism, luminism, then also HD, very detailed, 4K, 8K, and so on. Let's see what the result here looks like. As you saw, it will of course not look the same way, because images are never created exactly the same way, even if you use the same command. We saw this up here, we see it again. But once again, the overall style, or the look and style, should be pretty close to the one that we saw in our example prompt on the community page. And indeed, once again, this looks pretty amazing in my opinion. Let's open it in the browser to see more details. These images are quite comparable to the one that we had here on our community page. And once again, you can now use this as a starting point. You can create variations. You can use different prompts. But still, this is a quite easy way to create stunning images within seconds without having to come up with the entire prompt on yourself. There are plenty of community examples available, so make use of these. And there is one last thing I want to show you that is now related to this whole account, public, and stealth mode thing. All these images are part of your profile and publicly available. And inside your profile here, if we display the grids, for example, we see the dog is here. The latest landscape image takes a few seconds or minutes until it is displayed. But these images cannot be deleted from our page and therefore also not from the community page. But in our Discord chat with the Midjourney bot, if we want to delete our dog here, for example, then we can simply react to this post of the Midjourney bot. So by selecting Add Reaction and now searching for this red X here, if we react with this emoji, then the message is deleted from our conversation, and on our profile page now, if I reload it and again select the grid, Then, after waiting for a few moments or some minutes sometimes, the image is finally deleted. So these were some details about the settings and also about this whole profile and publicly available image thing, and also on how to use this publicly available information to create your own images with the inspiration of some existing prompts. In the next lecture, we'll now leave the logic to create images from scratch. Instead, we want to change existing images that we can upload to Midjourney or to Discord, to be more precise here.